secret's balance is maintained by the constant struggle between Zordon and myself.
Sup you guys, ASD Classified here, a grown-ass man that loves Power Rangers, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, the 30th season of Power Rangers. Full disclosure, I was in no way excited about this season or those ugly-ass Ranger suits. All my excitement was towards the Once and Always special that aired in April of this year. That's the real anniversary special in my book. Initially, I didn't care what Cosmic Fury had going on, but I have to say, this season surprised me. In a good way. So Cosmic Fury is pretty much the third season of Dino Fury. It's the same team of Rangers and cast. The Rangers have returned to battle OG villain Lord Zedd, and he serves as the main villain of this season. Cosmic Fury also serves as the final season of Power Rangers. That's it, no more, we're done. Until the reboot, that is. But this is the finale of Power Rangers as we know it. Was it a worthy finale? Let's discuss. But before we get into it, go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't be hard-headed, help a brother out. So what's going on in Cosmic Fury? Well, the Morphin Masters has sealed Zedd away in a crystal and left him on planet Zordon. Zordon is a season 3 reference that I don't care for because since I was 8 years old, I have disliked the name Zordon. It sounds lame. A new villain named Bajillionaire has found Zedd on Zordon and released him. She also gives Zedd an army to conquer the universe with. How convenient. Now the Morphin Masters are all in a panic. They resurrected Zayto, who died last season, gave him a new Ranger suit that looks like ass, and ordered him and his team to combat Zedd on Zordon. Now you'd think that a battle between Lord Zedd and his new forces versus the Rangers and the freaking Morphin Masters would be epic as fuck. But it's not. The tone of these fight scenes is awful. It's all treated like a joke. None of the Rangers were taking the fight seriously. Maybe if they weren't joking around all day and having side conversations, the Morphin Masters wouldn't have ended up kidnapped and Ollie wouldn't have been turned evil. The Morphin Masters are the most powerful beings in the universe. This is the first time in millions of years that they're on the front lines and it's treated like a joke. This isn't a random putty fight in the park. This is a battle for the universe. Act like it! So like I said, the Morphin Masters were captured by the villains. Scrozzle created a device that was capable of containing them. All that was left of them was Master Red's staff and the Rangers took it. The villains also had a device that turned Ollie evil. Why turn one Ranger instead of the whole team? I couldn't tell you. Ollie spends the majority of the season being an evil Dark Ranger, and honestly the son that Lord Zedd truly deserved. Zedd really enjoyed being a mentor to Ollie and teaching him the ways of evil. Their scenes are my favorite moments of the season. Hell, Ollie being evil is a highlight of the season. He's really good at it. This also reminded me of how Zedd wanted Tommy to be the heir to his throne in season 2. Well, Zedd found a better heir in Ollie, to be honest.
I do love an evil ranger.
So Ollie's evil now. He opens a cosmic gateway and Zayto gets blasted in it, essentially stranding Zayto in the farthest reaches of the universe. Oh no! The Rangers escape Zedd and his forces and end up at the altar of Zordon. Ooh. This altar is apparently the key to summoning a powerful group of Zords, the Cosmic Fury Zords. All you need is a Morphin Master staff and you can use the altar to summon the Zords. The Rangers have a staff, so it's all good. Easy peasy, right? Nope. The problem is that the altar is too powerful to touch and any mortal that tries will most likely die. Well, Javi wasn't trying to hear all this negativity and he uses the staff to unlock the Zords. And he loses an arm. Why he didn't morph before trying to do this, I couldn't tell you. I feel for the guy, but he's an idiot. He gets a robot arm later, so yay. It gets real funny later when Zayto returns and starts using his new magical powers to do godlike things, but he didn't restore Javi's arm. Whoopsie! Did I mention that Billy and Mick are on Zordon too? Where they are? Why are they here? Couldn't tell you. What a coincidence! Okay, they did mention that they were there looking for the altar, but why though? Why are you there? Why are y'all there together? Y'all know each other like that? Ew, Billy, you gotta find better people to be friends with. Billy and Lord Zedd meet for the first time since the 90s. Savor this moment because it's one of 2 times it happens in this season and both times are insignificant. Yay! So yeah, Javi lost an arm, but the Rangers gain new Zords and they escape with them back to Earth. However, Zedd follows them to Earth with a huge alien fleet ready to conquer the planet. On Earth, Zedd destroys the Dino Hen statues, which destroys the Ranger's powers. The only statue he didn't destroy was Ollie's, so that Ollie can continue to serve him. This takes me back to when Zedd and Rita destroyed the Ranger's power coins in season 3. Zedd is a beast, man. Your favorite villain cannot compare to mine. All is not lost though. When a Ranger's powers are destroyed, they just get new ones, you know this. Billy Boy created new morphers for the Rangers and re-established their link to the grid using Master Red's staff. Classic Billy, always coming through for the Rangers. The Rangers now use Wild Force crystals to morph. Neat. The Rangers have new suits and weapons, Cosmic Fury power. And Amelia is the Red Ranger now. And the leader. The grid chose to make her red because she was taking charge and holding the team together while Zayto wasn't there. 1, the grid can do that now. 2, while Amelia did do a good job leading the team, this leadership personality comes out of nowhere. In 2 seasons of Down of Fury, Amelia never displayed any leadership qualities. But hey, she did do a good job as Red, so I'm letting it slide. And the Rangers were going through hell in the early episodes of Cosmic Fury. Somebody had to step in and take charge, and it just happened to be her. And I have to say, red is Amelia's color. Like, she really looks good in red civilian clothes. She's a little baddie. All right, Ollie, I see you. So Zayto was lost in space, and then he was found by the Rangers. Yay! He received an upgraded morpher from Billy, which gave him an upgraded suit. Zayto also has new mystical powers that causes him to be very exhausted every time he uses them. The Morphin Masters resurrected Zayto and gave him magic from the grid. But the more he uses this magic, it drains him. And if he uses up all his magic, then Zayto will die yet again. I gotta say, this Zayto storyline was very disappointing. When the Morphin Masters resurrected Zayto, they gave him the name Zenith Ranger. He's called Zenith Ranger, and he didn't do anything of note in the battlefield through this entire season. Lame. It's a really good name. Fits with the space theme of the season. It means when something is at its most powerful. So this man should be the most powerful ranger of them all. But he isn't. He's weak in battle, and the Mystic Force Rangers could outdo him any day of the week when it comes to magic. Madison had more magic in her pinky than Zayto did. You remember in season 2 when Tommy took out a whole army of fish monsters by himself? You should have gave Zayto something like that. The Zenith Ranger should have been strutting his stuff. Let's talk about Fern for a bit. Fern, as y'all know, is Izzy's girlfriend, Izzy being the Green Ranger. Fern becomes the Orange Ranger in Cosmic Fury. Fern becomes a ranger after trying to save Solon on her own. It's a long story about how Fern got involved in ranger shenanigans, but it happened, okay? Solon got kidnapped by some alien worms. The other rangers were busy in battle, so Fern took the extra morpher Billy made for Ollie and saved her, and the morphin grid made her a ranger. Fern is the first official Orange Ranger we've ever had in Power Rangers, and Cosmic Fury is the first season where we've had 3 female Rangers on one team. I love it. Moving back to Lord Zedd and his forces actually conquered the Earth. They actually conquered the Earth. He was locking civilians and other Ranger teams in prisons. His forces also put a shield around the Earth to block the Ranger Zords from working while on the planet. Pretty much, he made the Ranger Zords inoperable. I saw some fans complaining that it would be impossible for Lord Zedd to beat all these Ranger teams. It's actually quite possible. I made a video about it years ago. It's possible. Lord Zedd also conquered Eltar, Zordon's home planet, because Zedd is petty as fuck. Let's talk about Lord Zedd's benefactor. Bajillionaire is the villain that freed Lord Zedd and gave him a huge army. She's a rich CEO and arms dealer in the universe. She's like Broodwing from SPD, but way more successful. Bajillionaire also has a daughter who was mostly annoying, a take on Gen Z teens, I guess. But the only time I liked her was when she was beating Heckle's ass and actually giving orders like a true villain. Y'all remember Heckle, right? He was a character in Power Rangers Dino Charge, and he was made the keeper of the Dark Inner Gem at the end of that season. Well, he's back for a cameo, 1 episode. Yay! He appeared for an episode as a spy for the good guys, but he exposed his identity too soon and got his ass whooped for it. Listen, I love Heckle, but he wasn't needed in this season. He appeared for 1 episode and he didn't even add much. I also didn't need for him to be a ranger now. But I know a lot of people have always wanted that Ranger suit to be adapted into Power Rangers, so I guess this was for them. I have to say, with Bajillionaire's character being a rich CEO and arms dealer, the writers made a lot of anti-war and anti-capitalism commentary throughout this season, and I kinda like that, kudos to y'all. But I am not a fan of how Lord Zedd's army was just handed to him by this new villain who was obviously gonna betray him. I would've preferred seeing him build up his own army. Look, I'm biased. Lord Zedd is my favorite Power Rangers villain. I'm not here to see some villain I don't give a fuck about one-up him or upstage him or betray him and backstab him in any way. I'm only here to see Lord Zedd be Lord Zedd, baby. That's it. That's it. This is the 30th. We celebrating the Rangers. We also celebrating an old school villain, baby. He is the only one that matters here, baby. Not some new villain y'all made up. Get out of here. But overall, I will say that I liked Lord Zedd this season, especially in the first half. That's when he took charge the most and was mentoring Ollie. Good stuff. It sucks that Zedd didn't display more Zedd-isms though, like glowing red with anger at times, or using more of his lightning power, or even making a monster with his powers, or casting spells. You know, like he used to. Zedd also used to let his minions use his staff sometimes. Oh, he should have let Ollie use his staff. That would have been awesome to see Ollie in battle with Lord Zedd's staff. Missed opportunity. So around the end of the season, shit really hits the fan. Ollie is finally turned good again, but Zayto dies. Again. Zayto dies when he uses up the last of his magic to save the other Rangers from being blown up. When Zayto died again, his body and soul returned to the morphing grid. Life exists because of the morphing grid, and when you die, you return to it. I like this. There's a very religious aspect to it. Well, Ion refused to let Zayto go. He refused to accept that he's gone forever and dead. That's his best friend and he loves him. And I believe that Ion's psychic powers caused his soul to also travel to the grid. So the Rangers got Ollie back, but Zayto is dead again and Ion is in a freaking coma. Bummer. Meanwhile, Zedd absorbs all the energy of the Morphin Masters within himself, becoming Master Zedd. The Cosmic Fury Rangers try to stop him, but Master Zedd is so powerful that he one-shots all of their Zords. They just got these Zords, and Master Zedd destroys them easily in bad CGI. Great. And then, Master Zedd is betrayed by Bajillionaire. Ugh. This is what I feared the moment I saw episode 1. It was so obvious Bajillionaire would do this shit. Evil Z-Wave plan. So apparently Bajillionaire and Scrozzle were in cahoots all this time to trick Zedd into becoming a Morphin Master and then trapping him in a container and using his energy to create an evil energy wave that would travel across the universe, turning everyone evil. So the opposite of what Zordon did in Power Rangers in Space 25 years ago. This would mean non-stop wars, and Bajillionaire being an arms dealer would be in the money, baby. It's a good plan, evil as fuck. But as I said before, I didn't come into this season for some newbie villain to one-up my favorite villain of all time. Miss me with that. But anyway, the Rangers were able to take the container with Zedd in it from Bajillionaire and teleport it to their base. Meanwhile, Ion's spirit was within the grid, but he couldn't find Zayto. Instead, he finds Zordon, who takes the form of Zayto. You can tell that that's Zordon because Zayto has blue contacts. Wow. I'll be honest, I do not care for this scene. I expected Zordon to show up in Cosmic Fury as some type of ghost, but not like this. He doesn't look like himself, talk like himself, act like himself. He doesn't even remember himself. He barely remembered his catchphrase, "May the power protect you." Are you serious, man? No. Whatever, Zordon pretty much tells Ion to move on with his life, let Zayto rest in peace, and then he sends Ion's soul back to his body to help the other Rangers. The Rangers take the Zedd container to Zordnia. They plan to use the altar of Zordnia to open a portal to the morphing grid and let the container explode in there so it doesn't corrupt the universe. So they're gonna corrupt the morphing grid instead? Are you serious? This sounds like a horrible idea, but it's all they have. Bajillionaire shows up in his final battle time. The Rangers also have a new blaster called the Cosmic Blaster. Now this is Power Rangers. This is classic Power Rangers right here, and I'm here for it. CGI old Megazords show up in the final battle to aid the Cosmic Fury Rangers. They look bad, but I get the spirit behind it. I just wish they used old Ranger team suits in fights as well. Like all the Ranger fights from other teams that we heard about, they happen off screen. I would have loved to see some of those fights. I can count down to destruction. So Bajillionaire is destroyed, and before the Rangers can go through with their plan to chunk Zedd's container into the morphing grid, Zayto returns yet again, alive, but as a Morphin Master, and saves the day. How is he a Morphin Master now? Stop asking questions. Somehow Zordon did it, and the Morphin Masters didn't even know a being like Zordon was in the grid. This just raises even more questions, and I'm ignoring all of it. Zayto turns himself and the other Rangers into pure energy, and they all go within the container to speak with Lord Zedd. Zayto and Ollie convince Zedd to give up the Morphin Master power, and he agrees, because if he didn't, he would die like Zordon did. So he relinquished the power, and Zayto locked him up on the nightmare planet Nibiru from Dino Fury Season 1. Zedd is to spend all eternity trapped in an illusion where he is nagged by his wife, Rita. This was cute. I liked it. I'm disappointed that Zedd didn't have a big final battle with the Rangers though. Also disappointed that evil Ollie didn't have a big final battle with the Rangers before he turned good again. Or rather, a battle with Amelia, who is his girlfriend and the Red Ranger. Now they fought in this season, but it wasn't an epic battle that an evil Ranger deserves. When Ollie fought against any of the other Rangers this season, at no point did I feel like Ollie could actually beat them or cause worse damage to them. Imagine if the evil Green Ranger showed up in season 1 and Billy or Kimberly are able to match him by themselves. That's essentially what happened in Cosmic Fury. Lame, right? Well, the day is saved, Earth is saved, the Morphin Masters are saved, but Zayto is a Morphin Master now, and he can no longer live with the mortals. The other Rangers and Zayto say their goodbyes, they hug each other, and then Zayto leaves with the other Morphin Masters. It's a beautiful moment, and I'm glad the Rangers got to say goodbye to him this time. And that's pretty much the end of Cosmic Fury. Final thoughts, let's get into it. The Ranger suits are still ugly, but the writing is good and the action is good. So there you go. After the roughness of the first episode, I ended up enjoying the season overall. It's very plot driven and every episode leads into the next. And this is the first time I can clearly say I liked the season without lowering my standards. Hell, this is the first time I've liked an anniversary season. This is crazy. Despite budgetary limitations, like the writers did what they needed to do, okay? It's not perfect, but damn it, I enjoyed Cosmic Fury. One small little nitpicky thing I want to mention, there was a lot of times in this season where people would bring up the "May the power protect you" catchphrase from Zordon, and almost every time it was lame. I just didn't like how they did it. Like, all Power Ranger fans know that catchphrase. Just say it. Just have Billy say, "May the power protect you." Instead, it would always be like, "Oh, as my mentor Zordon used to say, may the power protect you." Or even when they had Ghost Zordon talk about, "Oh, there's something I used to say in these times. Oh, may the power protect you." It's lame. That is lame. Just have them say it naturally. Like what Tommy did in Forever Red. Remember, he said, "Thank you guys for helping me fight the machine in power. See you next time. May the power protect you." That's all you have to say. Stop trying to make it more grandiose. I guess it just comes off as lame. That's all I'm saying. Also, shout out to Inkworth. He was a butler character for the villains. I liked him. He was like a small character that was barely there, but when he was there, I liked him. I don't know what to say about that. I just liked him. Inkworth, you fool! He just wanted to do a good job as a butler, man. So that's it, y'all. For now, Power Rangers is dead, but like Zayto, it will eventually arise from the ashes and begin life anew. So if you're watching this video, what did you think about Power Rangers Cosmic Fury? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was meh? Let me know in the comments if you'd be so kind. All right, later guys. Ja mata.